Welcome to our Middle East briefing show. Today, we're diving into the latest political drama in New York City, where President Trump has declared he might cut off federal funds if progressive candidate Zohran Mamdani wins the mayoral race. He's urging voters to support Cuomo instead, warning that Mamdani's victory could mean less money and more chaos for the Big Apple. The election is shaping up to be a real game changer, with the city divided and the national spotlight on local politics. Next up, let's look at some space-age innovation. Uspace Technology Group is shifting gears from satellites to AI in Shenzhen, China. They've set up a new AI application center focusing on satellite data processing, remote sensing, and smart city projects. They've already launched 12 satellites and plan to expand their constellation to over 100 by 2026, supporting everything from agriculture to environmental protection. It's exciting to see aerospace and AI come together to power the future. Finally, our hearts go out to Afghanistan, where a powerful earthquake has caused significant destruction and loss of life. Over 20 people have been killed, and hundreds injured, with international aid pouring in from neighboring countries and the EU. The quake damaged historic sites and infrastructure, and the global community is mobilizing to provide relief and support recovery efforts. It's a reminder of the resilience needed in the face of natural disasters. Please continue to stay tuned for more details. The South China Morning Post vividly depicted the intense political battle in New York City, where President Donald Trump openly endorsed Andrew Cuomo and threatened to withhold federal funds if Zohran Mamdani, a progressive and self-described democratic socialist, wins the mayoral election. Mamdani's surprising primary victory and his bold policy proposals, such as taxing the wealthy more heavily, freezing rent, and expanding publicly subsidized housing, have alarmed the establishment and financial sectors, which view his stance on Israel and Palestine with suspicion. Trump's rhetoric, branding Mamdani as a communist and urging supporters to vote for Cuomo regardless of personal preferences, underscores the high-stakes and polarized atmosphere surrounding the election, which could reshape the city's political landscape while reflecting broader national tensions over socialism, foreign policy, and funding. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post also reported on Uspace Technology Group's strategic pivot towards artificial intelligence applications, establishing a new AI center in Shenzhen. This move follows its relocation from Hong Kong to Guangzhou and signals a shift towards integrating advanced AI into satellite data processing, decision-making, and smart city initiatives across the Greater Bay Area. Uspace's development of over 100 satellites and CubeSats, along with its focus on satellite ground data synergy, exemplifies China's broader ambitions to lead in space technology and to export its innovations globally. The company's efforts to transform from a product exporter to a standard and ecosystem exporter highlight its commitment to aligning with national strategies and international tech trends, aiming to boost China's position in the global aerospace and AI sectors. The Associated Press detailed the internal divisions within New York City's Jewish community as they grapple with the potential election of its first Muslim mayor, Zohran Mamdani. While many progressive Jews support Mamdani's promises for affordability and equity, others are deeply concerned about his critical stance on Israel, including accusations of endorsing genocide in Gaza and supporting Palestinian rights. Religious leaders like Rabbi Angela Buchdahl and Rabbi Rick Jacobs expressed cautious skepticism, emphasizing the importance of unity and nuanced engagement amidst the community's ideological rifts. Even within Hasidic factions, endorsements are split, reflecting the complex and often contentious debates over Israel, Zionism, and Jewish identity. This internal discord underscores the broader struggle of a diverse community navigating political and religious tensions during a pivotal election that could redefine the city's cultural and political fabric. The New York City mayoral race has become a battleground of political tensions, with former Governor Andrew Cuomo running as an independent, rallying support amidst a backdrop of controversy. President Donald Trump publicly declared his backing for Cuomo, urging supporters to vote for him and threatening to withhold federal funds from the city if Zohran Mamdani, a progressive Democratic candidate, wins. Trump's comments, posted on Truth Social, highlighted the political divide, as polls showed Mamdani leading, and Trump's rhetoric painted Mamdani as a threat, labeling him a communist and attacking his progressive policies, including higher taxes on the wealthy and expanded public housing. This interference underscores the high stakes of the election, with national implications for the Democratic Party and its efforts to appeal to younger voters, while also exposing the deep partisan rift over issues like social justice and economic policy. In Afghanistan, a devastating earthquake struck the northern regions, claiming at least 20 lives and injuring hundreds, with the toll initially reported higher before being revised downward. The international community responded swiftly, with countries such as Pakistan, India, Iran, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and the UK expressing their condolences and readiness to assist in rescue efforts. The quake, centered in Balkh province and felt as far as Kabul, caused widespread destruction, damaging homes, historic landmarks like the Blue Mosque in Mazar-e-Sharif, and crippling infrastructure, including power pylons. Afghan authorities and the Taliban government worked to deliver aid, emphasizing urgent medical and food assistance. The tragedy comes just months after a similarly catastrophic quake claimed thousands of lives, highlighting Afghanistan's ongoing vulnerability to natural disasters and the urgent need for international support. At Sunderland's Stadium of Light, the emotional return of Jordan Pickford to his boyhood club was marked by a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Everton, a match that resonated deeply with fans and players alike. Pickford, now a key goalkeeper for Everton, faced his former team in a game that also celebrated the managerial return of David Moyes, who had previously managed Sunderland. The game saw Iliman Ndiaye put Everton ahead early, but Sunderland's captain Granit Xhaka responded with a crucial goal seconds after halftime, deflecting off James Tarkowski into the net. The result lifted Sunderland to fourth place in the league, while Everton's winless streak extended to 3 games, illustrating the fiercely competitive nature of the Premier League and the emotional significance of Pickford's reunion with his roots. According to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, a tense clash erupted outside the Sydney International Convention Centre during a defence expo, where police arrested 8 pro-Palestinian protesters from the Palestine Action Group. Demonstrators waved Palestinian flags and chanted against Israeli defense contractors Rafael Advanced Systems and Elbit Systems, whose presence at the event sparked controversy. The protest was part of a broader demonstration against the Australian government's support for the defense industry, which Premier Chris Minns emphasized as vital to the state's economy, especially as the country transitions away from coal. The event, sponsored by NSW and featuring global defense industries, was defended by Defense Minister Richard Marles as a showcase of international cooperation aimed at maritime security in the Indo-Pacific. Meanwhile, in the United States, a disturbing incident unfolded in Lake County, Illinois, where Trent Schneider, a 57-year-old resident of Winthrop Harbor, was detained after threatening to kill President Donald Trump. Federal authorities, including the Secret Service and SWAT, executed a swift operation following Schneider's chilling Instagram video, where he declared intentions to acquire guns and explicitly called for Trump's execution, claiming he was tired of all you frauds and that people need to die. The video, which garnered concern from a Florida citizen who reported it, led to Schneider's federal charges of making a true threat to injure the president. Neighbors expressed relief that Schneider, who had a history of threats and run-ins with law enforcement, was now in custody, awaiting a detention hearing. In the Middle East, Turkey and its Muslim allies, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, convened in Istanbul to discuss Gaza's future, emphasizing the importance of Palestinian-led governance. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan articulated that Palestinians should manage their own security and political affairs without external tutelage, rejecting any new systems of control. The meeting, brokered after the recent ceasefire in Gaza, aimed to prevent a resurgence of violence amid ongoing Israeli strikes and Palestinian attacks. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan reaffirmed support for Hamas and called for Muslim nations to lead Gaza's reconstruction, advocating for an Arab League and OIC-backed plan. The talks also focused on establishing an international stabilization force under UN auspices, with Turkey seeking a role despite Israeli opposition and the complexities of securing a UN Security Council resolution free from vetoes. According to Yahoo US, Iran has executed at least 241 prisoners in October, marking the highest monthly total in over 2 decades, with Henga, a Kurdish Iranian watchdog based in Norway, highlighting this surge. The report reveals that among those executed, 8 were political prisoners, with 7 charged with espionage for Israel, 6 of whom were ethnically Arab. The Iranian judiciary confirmed one of these executions, and the majority of executions were for premeditated murder and drug offenses. The provinces of Alborz, Isfahan, and Fars saw the highest numbers of executions. Ethnically, Kurds faced the highest execution rate, followed by Lors, Turks, Gilaks, Arabs, Balochs, and Afghans, with 70 ethnic Persians also executed. Despite official reports covering only 10 cases, Henga estimates the real figures are much higher, supported by Iran Human Rights, which reported over 1,000 executions in the first 9 months of 2025, indicating a brutal escalation of Iran's mass killing campaign in prisons amid limited international response. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids and grown-ups too, we've got the A to Z for you. Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids